Hello dudes and dudettes, Bandyman here. Now, I'm a big fan of simulation games, especially when they involve space, Mars, the moon, etc. And I suppose this blinds me a bit to the many flaws that some of these games may have as I continue to search for the kind of game I really want a space sim game to be. But I had a choice to make last week. I could sit on the sofa and order my 2 for Tuesdays pizzas and watch some new seasons of House of Cards. Or I could forget the pizza and buy a cheap game on Steam. I bought the pizza and watched House of Cards because I freaking love that program. But this week I refrained from pizza buying and got Mars Colony Challanger. Now, Mars Colony does a decent job and gets close to what I was hoping to get, but still doesn't achieve what I would have liked to have seen. The game is limited in the fact that you can't actually build your base and choose the landing site, etc. But that's not the fault of the game, that's just what I wanted to see. Though saying that, you do get to pick a base from 3 different areas, each with their unique challenges and their own 7 phases, which I'll come on to. The game itself does a decent job of simulating life on Mars, the ever-present danger of radiation, the unbreathable atmosphere, and the daily tasks needed to be done to assure life on Mars doesn't wither and die. The game plays across 7 phases, each with different work orders that need to be passed before continuing onwards to the next phase. You're not forced to move on, but if you want to be able to do everything in the game, such as farming, biolabs, geology, etc., then you will need to. Phase 1 consists of basically getting the base up and running with life support systems, so that you can take your gear off when you're not working outside on the Martian landscape. Phase 2 is about getting power and heating going. Phase 3 is about communications and weather monitoring. Phase 4 introduces the farming aspects, growing plants. Phase 5 is biosystem, fish farming, mushrooms, algae, that sort of thing. Phase 6 adds the geology elements, which allows you to gather materials to build the components and parts, which is pretty cool. And Phase 7 is basically getting all your supplies up to a certain level to win. And then that's the game. Though I'm being unfair by saying that's all, as between phases you can basically just keep on playing and not move on to the next phase if you want. Gameplay wise, the game is good fun. Maybe not by yourself, but I managed to get playing with one of my friends through Hamachi, and it was awesome. We played for 2 hours straight, giving each other tasks to do. I went out gathering samples and materials for the base, while he went ahead and maintained the base and its various modules. This is the way the game is meant to be played. Earlier on though, I can imagine there wouldn't be enough jobs for 4 people, which is the max the game can hold, but later on in phases 5, 6, 7 definitely, you would be able to have everyone doing an individual job. The game tries to make the experience as realistic as possible, which it manages to some degree, but there are some things that ruin it, such as the painfully slow moving speed. The way the rover handles is like driving on ice, turn left and you'll slide to the right for a good yard or so. And at those times the game actually managed to get you engrossed, a bug will happen of some sort. You will get stuck or just stop responding and have to start again. Pressure's at 8.7.
I'm going to join back in then.
Yeah, just join back in. I don't know what's happened to you. Oh, we got 2 water pumps now. Oh,
like
holy shit.
I like the fact that I just got a fucking disconnection error.
No,
like, what?
dude, what the fuck's has happened? I'm stuck as well now. The entire... What the fuck happened?
You don't...
But the times the game manages to get you engrossed are few and far between. This game isn't going to win any awards for good looks, that's for sure. The game models themselves aren't the issue as well, but some of the textures are incredibly bland, and the lighting effects seem to be a bit off too. The game in general just feels unpolished, and the clunky graphics doesn't help. Now, a lot of Steam reviewers have banged on about the graphics. Yes, they aren't the best, as I just stated, but ultimately, though, this doesn't really matter, as to a certain degree, you're gonna be too busy having to run around your ever-expanding base to ensure everything is running at optimal efficiency, and so you won't have a chance to sit down and look at the objects. Saying that, nighttime looking at the base is probably the prettiest you'll see it, until you catch a glimpse of your guy's face, which by the way looks exactly the same as everyone else's face who decides to join your game. at 20%. Okay, you can take your helmet off now.
Ow.
Control T. Dude, we look exactly the same. We're twins! The first twins in space! Whoa. Space! Space! Okay, just eat your food and water.
I'm good on both now.
You can get the game for a decent price, £7 or $10 thereabouts, which isn't pushing it for a title released late spring 2013. And if you're able to convince some friends to buy it too and play it together, then it's even better. To conclude, the game is heading in the right direction, I feel, and with some more bug fixes it's going to be even more fun to play. But I have my eyes set on the future, and the future looks sweet. The boys at Hypercat Games have gone ahead and started developing a version 2 of this game, and from what I've read has everything that this one didn't have and that I wanted. Economy models with supply and demand, building your own base, working missions for cash and experience, and a huge explorable area. I think they said it was 68 square kilometers at the moment. These guys are going in the right direction, and I can't wait and see what they come up with. I just hope they make it look a bit nicer. If you're still not sure about this game, then just go ahead and give the demo a try. You can find it on their website, linked in the descriptions. So until next time, dudes and dudettes, take it easy. Be nice when we don't have to keep walking around the base like this.
Yep.
I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna cross stream, man. Cross stream. Yes. Don't cross the streams.
So fucking gay.